LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. The run inside. It's Jackson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
This offense has it with really good field position. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Running inside, it's Jackson. Here's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Sends it back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll toss it to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hand.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, they're after him. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Finding some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Third and goal for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate.
Oh, and they blocked it. Picks it up. That's a live ball. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. A little screen to the running back. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Got a little grass. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Might as well give it to him again. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the delay, it's Allen. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. QB draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. He'll set up to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
The game is still early. We're in the first half, but you need to score a touchdown here to keep this thing close. That's why that last play on 3rd down was so big for this offense. There's plays you just got to have. I know it's early, but that was one right there the offense needed, and they got it.
Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Trying to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown! Fighting Irish!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Snap in the shotgun. He's into the end zone, and they'll put 2 more on the board just before halftime. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive. Makes the catch, and he's free. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Fires to the big fella.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Release to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Unloads quickly. Turning it on. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
On target. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the run, it's Allen. Breaks into the open. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Give to the big fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They want that clock to run. Maybe some room here. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, 1, you lost yards, but 2, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. There he goes. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll try the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Back to pass. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got him downfield. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. In the red area, it's Allen. There's a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Interesting decision here, but if they make the 2, it'll be a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead.
Here we go. Let it go.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
Notre Dame, 20, LSU, 13.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weapon...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with a W.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.